49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. Big games and amazing plays from all around the Bay Area. We'll see if this incredible shot in the De La Salle Dublin game actually counts. We'll tell you who had this acrobatic dunk in the Riordan Mitty game and the first place battle with Westmont and Christopher.
We have the thrilling girls hoops game with Acalanes and Campolindo, soccer with Pioneer and Leigh, and the story of the Evergreen Valley basketball star rising above the shadows of domestic violence to rewrite her future. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I am Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week with boys basketball in the Diablo League, where the Acalanes Dons are all alone in first place to start this week at 4-0. The Dons feature the Mound brothers, 6'6" senior Maddox Mound and 6'9" junior Ryder Mound.
And the Dons taking on second place Campolindo this week. The 3-1 Cougars feature sharpshooting senior guard Ren Marchetti, who's averaging 14.5 points a game. The Cougars and Dons for first place Friday night.
The big rivalry game in the East Bay, and this Acalanes gym is filled to capacity. The visiting Campolindo Cougars jump out to an early lead when Red Marchetti knocks down the triple 7-5 Campo. But the Dons come right back to tie it up. Brady Quinn driving hard to the hoop, feeding Ian Salmon on the bounce pass, who finishes with the reverse. It was back and forth in the first. Maddox Malm out to his brother Ryder. Ryder Malm with a deep three from the wing, and you can count it. We are tied at 12 after 1, and the Aka students are having fun. But Campo builds a lead in the second. Luke Devine to Joe Revelos to Finn Kaufman. Back to Devine for the wide open layup. And the Cougars extend their lead to 9 here. Gavin Rendell with the sharp move to the right and pulls up for the long J. Rendell showing some range and some nasty moves in the paint, making his way to the rim. A big dribble and a fantastic finish. The Campo student section flabbergasted after that one. It's 32-21 Campo at the half. And in case you haven't gotten enough of Rendell, Gavin also showing off the mid-range with that smooth fade. Acalanes down by 15 in the final seconds of the third when Maddox Malm steps back and swishes the deep three to cut into that Campo lead. Cameron Hood in the fourth drives, gives us an acrobatic finger roll, but Campo outscores the Dons 14-6 in the final 8 minutes. Devine dropping in 2 of his 14 there and leading all scorers on the court. Gavin Rendell. Gavin is having fun looking over at the Red Sea, and after the final buzzer, the Campo student section storms the court. I was afraid for my life, but I got out unscathed. Campo wins this rivalry game by 20, improving to 5-2 in the Diablo League.
Adrian Surion here in Portola Valley as Menlo takes on Woodside Priory. The Knights attacking the paint early. Aiden Stoll with the bounce pass to J.R. Davis, and J.R. gets the lay-in to go. But the Panthers answer right back as Michael Hildenbrand passes it ahead to Teddy Santopoulos, who dishes it to Caston Eggers for the bucket. Now it's Hildenbrand over to Eggers, and Agent Zero gets another lay-in to fall. 23-11 Woodside Priory Panthers after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Maverick Desposito recovering the loose ball, then kicking it out to a wide-open William Lennihan, who shoots and scores from downtown. But Mate Paulotai was a problem for Menlo all game long. Paulotai getting the offensive board and the second chance bucket. Now it's Hildenbrand with the pass to Mate Paulotai, and the big man knocks down his mid-range jumper. Then a few moments later, it's the big man Paulotai spinning past his defender and laying it in. 38-23 Woodside Priory at halftime. Menlo trying to rally back in the second half. Tate Cohen finds a wide open William Lennihan in the corner, and William connects from three-point land. But the Panthers were firing on all cylinders. Jai Giradetti passing it ahead to Paulotai, and Mate shows off the hero step before laying it in. Now it's Caston Eggers with the bounce pass to Michael Hildenbrand, and Michael gets the tough shot to go. One more for the Panthers as Giradetti passes it to Teddy Santopoulos, and Teddy gets the bucket as Woodside Priory wins big to go to 3-1 in the West Bay League. The big man Mate Paulotai leading all scorers with 19 points.
Jake Vanderbrook in Saratoga as Brandon battles Prospect and those Panthers are attacking the basket. Sadie Slaughter with a nice finish here. Here come the Bruins turning defense in the points as CeCe Bonnard gets the steal and lays it in, but those Panthers are clawing from three-point land. Maddie Kumagai drains the triple from the corner, then Ambrielle Mangoba swings a pass over to Kumagai for another three-pointer. It's 14-9 Panthers after one. Second quarter now, Bruins feeding it inside to Ollie Decker for two of the seniors' 14 points, but Prospect maintains its lead at the half. Slaughter finding ways to get to the basket, finishing with the Euro, 31-20 Prospect. We jump to the fourth quarter. Kumagai was sensational from three-point land. 6 3-pointers, 20 points for the sharpshooter, but Branham continues to fight. Here's Gina Shim on the fast break, going with the Euro step. Prospect lead is cut to 1 on Branham's next possession, trailing by 3. Decker, the Jade Rug now inside, bucket plus the foul, and with the free throw, the game is tied at 46, but the Panthers pull away late. Slaughter with another great finish inside for 2 of her 18 points. Prospect improves to 3-2 in the Mount Hamilton division. 54-48 was the final.
Tyler Flipton checking in for an East Bay League battle. 4-1 San Ramon Valley Wolves hosting the undefeated Amador Valley Dons. Amador in 14th minute on offense. Alden hosted, finding space with the shot, but Wolves' Emma Henze saves it and SRV clears it. 10 minutes later, and here comes the Wolves offense. Maddie Alberti taking a shot at it, but Amador Sarah Rennie at the ready for the save, keeping us tied at the half. 56th minute now. SRV running hot. Ashley Dodson rifles it with a chance, but Don's Rennie is a stone wall for the save. Wolves stay on the attack though. Alberti's header finds Dodson with a look, but it gets away from her just too high. Final 10 minutes of the match coming down to the wire. Haley Tyak in space, rockets it with a strong right leg and miraculously finds its way in. Goal! San Ramon Valley would hang on and win it in a tight one, improving to 3-1 in the East Bay League, just one game behind Cron Delay.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Gary Rikus Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
James the Spitter, 49ers Cow High, Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Let's go. Jack O'Mara, junior point guard for the Hornets, hit a game-winning 3. Now the team just keeps on rolling. He went off, hit 5 threes. You can't leave O'Mara open. Better get to him quick. Every play catch him in motion. He making the defense pay when you know they can't afford it. Hit a buzzer beater. You could check on the recording. Kaylin Mills, freshman guard, she ballin'. She got some skills. Got the scout is talking, sending the game to OT. Hitting the clutch like Kobe, trying to defend the trophy and do it again. Go for the win, building the bone, they all ride to the end. Give it their all cause they want to contend. 21 points you might want to defend, or San Ramon might just do it again. 49ers Cow High, Gary Rikus, Players of the Week, James the Spitter. Jeff, you did it again.
Presentation High School, San Jose's all-girls high school, presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High's Female Scholar Athlete is Willow Ishibashi Toe from the Carlmont girls basketball team. Willow celebrated scoring her 1,000th career point last week. She also shines in the classroom with a sparkling 4.6 GPA.
Discover a school where your daughter can truly thrive. Presentation High's unique approach to balanced growth combines exceptional faculty support with programs that prioritize mental and social wellness. At Prez, every student has the opportunity to shape the best version of herself and prepare for a successful future in college and beyond. With award-winning programs in STEM, athletics, and arts, girls at Prez lead in every field. Schedule a tour today to see how your daughter can thrive at Presentation High School. Visit presentationhs.org to learn more.
The Golden State Warriors bring us the Basketball Coach of the Week every week.
This week's Warriors Coach of the Week is John Cristiano from San Ramon Valley. John picking up his 200th win in a big league win last week. John in his 9th season at the helm, and we love John Cristiano, this week's Golden State Warriors Coach of the Week.
Coming up, the big game in the Mount Hamilton as undefeated Christopher visits undefeated Westmont.
And a peninsula battle with Hillsdale and Burlingame when 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, returns.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones. but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
I think the heater's broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Honey, is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering a $68 furnace tune-up. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Dub Nation, you ready? Here we go.
Moody with 1 second puts it up, banked it in.
3.3 to work with. Buddy here.
The switch to Lively. 3, Curry.
It's game time, Dub Nation. The time is now. Get your tickets at Warriors.com.
Two teams with 4-0 league records meeting this week at the top of the Mount Hamilton League.
Both Christopher and Westmont are having great seasons and looking forward to this clash for the league lead this week. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, which means both teams get chicken sandwiches after the game. Robert was there.
A terrific matchup here tonight at Westmont High School between these two league-leading teams. For the Christopher Cougars, look out for Jackson Robinson, the quarterback on the football team who's going to Northern Arizona for football. Awfully good in basketball with 14 points and 11 rebounds a game. For Christopher, it's Brad Matheson doing very well, especially these last 4 league games. He's been scoring 20 points with 10 rebounds a game in the last 4 games. The league lead in the Mount Hamilton division on the line in tonight's Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. Westmont off to an early lead, toss it up top for Jacob Froman, a high arcing 3. That was pretty. But Christopher stays right with him. Matthew Bass for 3. That's some good Bass right there. Late first now, and here's Matheson from way out, and he nails it. It's a 1-point Warrior lead. Warriors with a 6-point lead second quarter, but Trey Caraggio tiptoes the sidelines, aggressive to the rack and one. Westmont takes a 6-point lead to the half, but Jackson Robinson scores the first 10 points in the third quarter. Jackson doing great work down low as the Cougars take a 4-point lead. And we go back and forth from there. Matthew Taylor from his backside finds Matheson, who nails the 3. The Cougars clawing at the ball on defense. It goes to Anton Mendoza over to Quinn Ledesma Oldelk, and it's a 6-point Christopher lead late in the third. More Cougars later in the third, driving and floating at home is Tyler Green. It's a 43-35 Cougars lead. Back come the Warriors in the fourth. Froman firing from deep, part of a 16-point game from the junior. Down by just 2 now, Seth Reese down low to Ben Rivera, and we're tied at 52 all. We go to overtime. And Reese was great late for the Warriors. Reese hitting for 3 right there, but the Cougars come right back at him. It's Abuka Okeke in the corner. He tries the 3, and it's good. And we're tied at 59 all. Time winding down. Ledesma Oldelk into Robinson. It's a round and finally drops, and that's the game winner as Christopher stays undefeated in league with a thrilling 2-point overtime win.
I mean, it's huge for us. You know, Matt went down early, but we've gone through adversity all year, and this comeback just means everything for us, especially in league. It was crazy. I didn't know what to think. We were just floating around that hoop forever, so I feel great when I went in the hole.
In Campbell with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, Robert Braunstein, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Let's go to San Mateo now as Hillsdale takes on Burlingame on MLK Day. Great defense early as Haley Ansari gets the steal. Then Haley goes all the way to laid up and in as the Panthers take a 2-point lead. But Hillsdale answers back. Sky Ramil over to Addison Wilmert, and the sophomore knocks it down from 3-point land. 13-10 Fighting Knights after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Leela Korkish kicking it out to Wilmert, and Addison shoots and scores again from the corner. The Panthers come right back. Miranda Sibley over to Samantha Arce, who lays it up and in. Then it's Haley Miller with the pass to Ansari for the easy lay-in, and it's 25-18 Burlingame. But Hillsdale rallies back just before halftime. Caden Slane to Lola Jones, and Lola gets the bucket to go just before the buzzer to tie the game at 28 at halftime. Burlingame takes control in the second half. Haley Ansari drives and drills her mid-range jumper. Now it's Kendall Gorshin dishing it to Haley Miller, who banks in her jumper. 39-36 Burlingame after 3. But Hillsdale storms back in the fourth. Daniela Sierra drives and finishes the lay-in. Then Lexi Carson passes to Leila Korkish, who fires and hits from the Hillsdale Shopping Center. Now it's Carson over to Korkish again, and Leila makes it splash from downtown as the Fighting Knights go on a fourth quarter run to improve to 15-2 on the season. 51-43 was the final.
A Wednesday night Mount Hamilton division showdown between Leigh and Mount Pleasant. In the 12th minute, Nicholas Caldera feeds a ball up ahead to Joel Gonzalez, and Joel has room to run. He takes a shot on goal, and it goes! Mount Pleasant leads 1-0 at the break. 58th minute, Jesus De Campos, the feed to Joel Gonzalez, and again Joel is wide open, and the Mount Pleasant Cardinals take the 2-0 lead. Skipping ahead to the 36th minute, Logan Erba with a beautiful piece to Gabriel Azine de Albuquerque. Gabriel to Aaron Shellhouse, and Aaron scores, but was it enough? We are in the 4th minute of stoppage time. Shellhouse throws it in. Leo Trollsauce heads it. Kevin Clemens the final touch, and Leigh scores the equalizer in stoppage time. The match ends in a 2-2 draw.
Service Champions honors student athletes who do great work around campus.
This week we spotlight Jose Ochoa from the Bellarmine soccer team. Jose is actively involved in campus life, participating in the Symphonic Band, Pep Band, and Arupe Ambassadors, while also serving as a leader for the school's Latino Union. Jose Ochoa, this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play goes to Elliot Conley from San Ramon Valley. Elliot with a big-time block in the Wolves game last week. Elliot Conley with this week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award.
This week we feature the Granada girls water polo team. The Matadors led all girls water polo teams in the North Coast section with a 3.81 GPA. Be sure to check us out on social media. You can help our show by following our Instagram page, where we now have over 35,000 followers.
You can join our YouTube membership page, where you get access to a ton of great content, including early highlights, full game videos, and our full episodes of our Covered Cal High podcast. Here's a clip from this week's episode.
I see these kids come rolling out with a table, big old tablecloths, you know, and everyone's dressed up like chefs, by the way. We got a meatball eating contest coming out.
Wow.
They had no marinara, nothing. I'm thinking that these meatballs should have been in marinara. These kids were struggling because it was comedy.
Coming up, an interesting Martin Luther King Jr. holiday game as San Ramon Valley takes on Bishop O'Dowd.
And Pioneer and Leigh on the soccer pitch, but first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 Girls Basketball Poll.
Party time!
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
West Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Diamond Training and Development is the Bay Area's largest training facility. Our expert coaches with decades of experience will help you raise your game to the next level. Diamond Training and Development makes sure you stay safe while you train to keep you in the game. Our state-of-the-art equipment will help make your game better than the rest. For baseball, softball, and personal training, Diamond Training and Development will help you get the game you want. Start getting better today.
We are Bishop O'Dowd High School, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Back in the NBC Sports studio here at Levi Stadium with two top teams meeting in the MLK Showcase played at De La Salle.
That's right. This game featuring the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons from the West Alameda County Foothill League taking on San Ramon Valley from the East Bay League. The two teams battling on Monday morning.
The first game of the MLK Classic at De La Salle with San Ramon Valley and O'Dowd. The Wolves' Luke Isaac knocks down the deep triple early on as SRV takes the early lead. A 9 a.m. start time, but the Wolves showing tons of energy early. Isaac lobs it to Elliott Conley, who throws it down the alley-oop. It's 21-16 SRV after one. Second quarter, the Dragons' Brandon Roundtree picks the pass, takes it to the rack, finishing with the two-handed flush, and O'Dowd comes roaring back. Roundtree dumps it off to Osei Oriabure. Osei with an incredible finish. O'Dowd trails by just 4 at the half. Third quarter, Elliott Conley gives it to twin brother Thomas for 3, and SRV starts to expand its lead. Elliott grabs the offensive rebound, and with a pack of Dragons around him, gets that one to fall. Back to twin brother Thomas. TC driving to the rack, 2 big steps, and the finish. SRV leads by as many as 22 in the second half. But cue Josh Green, O'Dowd's sharp shooting point guard with 14 points in the fourth quarter. Oh my, Green's efforts brings the game as close as 8, but San Ramon Valley takes this one, ending the game with an exclamation point. Isaac to Elliott on the inbound pass, and he finishes with the rip. San Ramon Valley goes to 13-7 on the year. The Conley twins combining for 43.
First place in the Mount Hamilton division on the line as Leigh takes on Pioneer. The Mustangs get a corner kick in the 20th minute. Patricia Akoba kicks it inside the box, and the ball is headed in to the back of the net as the Pioneer Mustangs take a 1-0 lead. Leigh looking to answer a short time later. Kennedy Borg tries one from a long way out, but right into Allie Harrison's hands. Still 1-0 Mustangs at the half. Leigh still on the attack in the second half. Maggie Curry fires one on target, but Harrison comes up with another big save to keep the Pioneer lead intact. Then a short time later, Shawnee Outlaw kicks it inside the box to Kennedy Borg, but the header is just wide as the Mustangs retain their lead. Leigh with the set piece now. Kennedy Borg shoots it on target, but once again, Allie Harrison is right there to make the save, but the Longhorns break through in the 77th minute. Tori Anderson kicks it, and Shawnee Outlaw heads in the equalizer, and that will do it. Both teams finish the game tied at 1 after a last gasp equalizer from Shawnee Outlaw.
Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Domestic violence leaves deep scars not only on victims but on their families. And tonight we meet David Woodham, who is letting tragedy fuel her incredible journey to breaking cycles.
Evergreen Valley is in the midst of defending a league championship. After going 10-0 last year, the Cougars are in position to repeat.
We don't talk too much about goals. We just talk about having fun. We talk about sticking together and preparing and training the hardest we can.
It really feels like we're more family than a team. Like, we all love each other.
David Woodham is one of the team's 5 seniors. The point guard's grit and tenacity is something a coach can't teach.
Well, I really love playing defense. I guess the hustle I bring on defense is what stands out.
She brings happiness and joy. She's always laughing and smiling.
David is strong. She's just solid, and she uses wisdom. She thinks before she moves.
But David's strength didn't come without challenges. David is a witness of domestic abuse. In 2011, when David was 4 years old, her mother Robin suffered serious injuries, including a fractured spine, in a desperate attempt to escape an abusive partner, David's dad.
I was pretty young, but as I grew older, I started finding an understanding of those events that happened and how wrong they actually were.
In 2014, when David was 7 years old, Robin had surgery on her spine. She was in a spinal cast and nearly immobile. all while becoming a single mother to 5 children. With limited mobility and constant pain, Robin couldn't get David to and from practices or games.
So I had surgery, I had major surgery, and I was in a cervical spine and lack of mobility. And David came to me and she wrote a letter, and it's so sweet. She was like, "Mom, I wish we had the mother that the older children had." And I was a sports mom. My older children played sports.
I wrote a letter to her and I was like, I'll do whatever. Like, I understand, like, you're not that capable, but I really want to play.
And I told David, I made a pact with her, and I told her that I am going to do everything in my power to get better, to have the ability to allow you to play sports.
And that promise was kept.
She took that letter to heart, and I started being able to play basketball.
For David, growing up in the shadow of domestic violence meant learning painful truths at an early age. But David refused to let trauma define her and instead focused on how to grow from it and escape the cycle.
Like, just to break the cycle of abuse in general, definitely not looking for any traits in like a partner, any type of those traits. And also, like, my dad, he was very undereducated, so that's also like my strive to like go further in college and like get my bachelor's, my master's, and whatever I get into.
Well, on her way, David has already been accepted into 6 colleges, including her dream school, the University of Oregon. She plans to major in psychology.
After like growing up from like what all had happened, I want to understand like more of like what could push a person to that point, or like the psychological things that causes people to act the way they do.
David has this message for those facing similar struggles.
Don't let it affect you as a person. Like, I had a lot of close friends that like I would talk to about some of the things, and I'd like, someone's always there for you. You could find someone to be there for you.
I am where I am today due to David. David drives to be the best. David drives to break the mold. David drives to break the cycle, and I love her so much for that.
From the basketball court to her college dreams, David is taking a shot at rewriting her family's future, one play at a time.
David will have her choice of colleges, and like she said, that is her next step in ending the cycle of domestic abuse. It takes teamwork, determination, and heart to overcome, and David is proving she has all of that and more.
Yeah, and it also takes a lot of courage to tell her story to everyone out there.
Absolutely.
But very helpful.
She said she was very nervous, but knew that it would do good in telling her story. It was great.
Help other young girls. All right. Marrow West Credit Union brings us the Marrow West Merit Award. This award honors teachers all around the Bay Area.
Here is KK Lonergan from San Ramon Valley talking about her favorite teacher, Donald Busboom.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Busboom. He teaches AP Gov, and I have him second period, so early in the morning, and I love coming to his class because he has great energy, is super welcoming, and he tells us at the end of the class, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and you're out of here. So he makes the day even better.
Diamond Training and Development is an amazing baseball, softball, and training facility in Sunnyvale, led by former professional ball player and our good friend Adam Shorsher.
Each week, Diamond Training and Development brings us a diamond in the rough. This is a young athlete who is headed towards great success in their sport. This week, we recognize Lulu Giametti from the St. Ignatius basketball team. The sharp shooting freshman is already making a difference for the Wildcats. Lulu Giametti, this week's Diamond Training and Development Diamond in the Rough.
Coming up, the West Catholic League showdown between first place Riordan and second place Mitty.
And Sharks ice high school hockey with the San Francisco SaberCats and East Bay Bears. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Applebee's Pick 6 with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick 6 is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
For over 65 years, Delta Dental has been at the forefront of progressive healthcare for all, offering high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. At Delta Dental, we're committed to pushing the industry to transform modern healthcare so your family gets more moments that matter for generations to come. Schedule your oral health checkup today.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
My bad.
Baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. Help us bring positive attention to Bay Area teens every week. Become a 49ers Cal High Sports sponsor. Scan the QR code for details.
Riordan and St. Ignatius start this week with 4-0 league records in first place in the West Catholic League. Riordan featuring Texas A&M commit Jasir Rencher, the sensational 6'6" power forward.
The Crusaders meeting the 3-1 Mitty Monarchs this week. Mitty with outstanding 6'5" guard Caden Hutcherson. First place on the line Tuesday night.
The Riordan Crusaders make the trip to San Jose to battle Mitty, and those Crusaders can turn defense into dunks as Ryder Bush steals the rock and says, "Take flight!" One of his 2 dunks in the game. More Crusaders, this time Jasir Rencher making his splash from beyond three-point land, and Rencher kept shooting the long ball. How about this deep 3 from the wing? Yes, sir! Mitty looks to answer. Caden Hutcherson knifing his way to the cup, and oh, that's a tough finish. 19-10 Crusaders after 1. The Monarchs look to cut the deficit with great ball movement, leading to this triple by Amani Lemire Swift, but Rencher was feeling it from beyond the arc. Another splash from deep. 39-20 Riordan at the half, and Riordan would pull away in the second half. Jasir Rencher swings a pass over to Andrew Hillman, and the junior delivers the trifecta, and the shots were falling. Jasir Rencher would break the WCAL record with 9 3-pointers in a single game. He was feeling it, and he would top off his stellar night with a steal and a vicious 360 jam! 31 points for the Texas A&M commit, and to top it off, one more dunk. Hillman with the alley-oop to J.P. Padovs, and J.P. slams it home. Purple Rain dominated the floor from start to finish, beating Mitty 75-46.
Tyler Flipson here for a Bay Bridge battle. The East Bay Bears hosting the San Francisco SaberCats. It's the Cats who strike first. Elliot Berkovich finds the back of the net, making it 1-0 early. But the Bears answer rapidly. Nate Ite turns the corner and hooks this one in, knotting it up at 1-all. 8 minutes later, SaberCats, James Leigh finds the puck, fakes out the goalie and slips this one by. Cats lead 2-1 after the first period. More SaberCats in the second though. Colin Chan breaks away with it, has a one-on-one with the goalie and cashes in, extending the SF lead. Cats staying hot. The first shot is blocked, but here comes Leigh out of nowhere and scoring like it's too easy. SaberCats lead 4-1. In case you missed him already, here comes Leigh yet again with the backhanded flick. Goal! That's a hat trick for the captain, making a 4-goal lead. One Bears goal later, and check this one out closely, folks. Jackson Dirty, belly down on the ice, gets it to Ite and scores! What a miraculous assist and goal by the duo. It's 5-3 Cats. But SF puts the nail in the coffin. The hat trick wasn't enough. Leigh scoring on the empty net. That's 4 goals on the night for James Leigh. You can count it. The San Francisco SaberCats take down the Bears 6-3, and our Sharks Eyes player of the game is who other than James Leigh with the monstrous 4-goal performance.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Nicholas Nguyen from Milpitas. Nicholas volunteers his time at Front Door Communities in downtown San Jose, where he helps make lunches and organize clothing donations for those experiencing homelessness. Nicholas talks about why this volunteer work is so important to him.
I'm just so grateful that my parents put me in a great position where I can help people who are in need.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence, so Valley Christian is helping us honor young people who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Trevor Cadigan from Menlo Atherton.
Me personally, my parents have been in the business industry. I kind of want to follow their footsteps. I'm a math guy. I want to be somewhere business related. I think that's kind of what I plan to do in the future, or if basketball takes me far in life, then I'll go that path.
Valley Christian High School held its second annual State of the Community Address, an opportunity to reflect on the school's priorities and progress. Framed within the realities of a digital-first world, the address focused on how the school is evolving to meet the needs of the students. They announced a brand new student government class, expanded support for student-led clubs, and improved formats for amplifying student voices. They also celebrated success throughout the student body so far this year. Learn more at vcs.net and become a warrior today.
Coming up, Dublin and De La Salle duke it out on the top of the East Bay League.
And Albany takes on Richmond in soccer, but first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Our SLC learning specialists are here to help you develop skills and share tips to make learning with ADHD easier, like incorporating movement or hands-on activities to stay engaged, setting clear goals for each study session to stay on track, using checklists to break tasks down into steps and to track progress. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
The Cal Grizzlies lead the East Bay League with a perfect 3-0 record, with 5 teams just 1 game back. 2 of those teams meeting this week.
De La Salle features 6'6" senior David Bolligan, while Dublin has an outstanding 6'7" junior Cameron Anderson, a terrific East Bay League match on Tuesday night.
Alec Blair sidelined with a minor injury, missing just this 1 game. The Spartans picking up their big man early. Toss it inside to 6'6" David Balogun, 8 points in the first for the senior. The Spartans crashing the boards early. Brady Orr with the putback bucket. It's 16-7 Spartans. Time winding down in the first, and on the shot clock, Jaden Jones the block. Mile Pollard with a one-handed catch and a big heave-ho, and it goes! A full-court buzzer beater. The refs talked about it and said, yep, that's good. Just an incredible shot by Pollard. Second quarter, as the Spartans maintained their lead off the turnover, Ibrahim Manawar racing to the rack and the foul. That gets 2 shoulder shrugs. It's an 8-point Spartans lead. Dublin battling back. DeMace Coley firing for 3. Anthony Knight firing inside for Cameron Anderson, and the Spartans' lead is just 4 points at the half. A high-scoring third quarter. Look at Jaden Jones throwing it down. That was impressive. With the Spartans using defense for easy buckets, Brady Orr with the steal and lay-in. It's 31-26 Spartans. Monowar now from the top of the key, and the Spartans start pulling away. Balogun gunning from way out. Look at the big man shoot, and it rolls in. The big guys for De La Salle really can't shoot. Here's 6'7" senior Braddock Jelsvig firing from deep. All the Spartans' big men can shoot. One more time, it's Jelsvig again, this time from the corner, and De La Salle never gives up the lead and hangs on to win it by 4. The Spartans going to 3-1 in the East Bay League.
The undefeated Richmond Oilers greeted by the cheer team before their match with Albany. In the 28th minute, the Oilers' pass is intercepted by Oliver Mann. Mann finds his man, Tommaso Liberati. The junior draws the goalie, takes the shot, and goal! A great play started by Mann and finished by Liberati puts the Albany Cougars up 1-0. Richmond looking to even it up before the break. Junior Esquivel crosses in front of the net. A great opportunity for the Oilers, but Albany's Rory Wilmerchild comes flying in to clear it away. Second half, same score. Andres Arujo jumps the Albany pass and gets a hold of the ball. Andres is off to the races. He puts it on net and scores! In the 53rd minute, Arujo scores the equalizer to make it 1-1. Here's a late chance for the Oilers to get ahead. The pass is just offline, causing the shot to go wide. As this one ends in a tie, the Oilers remain undefeated atop the Tri-County Rock standings, while Albany moves to 2, 1, and 4.
Venardi Zurada is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor basketball referee Tom Gilbert. Tom has officiated high school basketball since he was a teenager. That was 51 years ago. This coming off Officials Appreciation Week, we appreciate Tom Gilbert. This week's Venardi Zurada hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play every week. This is a play that shows the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Leigh Tukakovich from Mitty. Leigh with a great save and Mitty shutout win last week. Leigh Tukakovich doing the dirty work just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. The San Jose Earthquakes present the Soccer Players of the Week. The Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Ricky Feliciano from Amador Valley. Ricky with 2 goals and an assist in the Wildcats win last week.
The Girls Earthquakes Player of the Week is Ava Hara from Clayton Valley. Ava also with 2 goals in the Ugly Eagles win last week.
Coming up, it's Oakland and Oakland Tech in the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
And girls soccer with Newark Memorial and James Logan right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side. Like Kayla from Kansas City, and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
This is gonna be big.
Are you ready?
The big one's coming! Big one's coming!
Soccer's biggest stars.
Major League Soccer has begun.
All on the Bay's biggest stages. It's the start of a whole new era. We home for the season kickoff. The future starts now.
Oakland League is turning into a 2-team race with Oakland and Oakland Tech, both with perfect 3-0 league records.
And the 2 teams meeting at Oakland Tech this week in a big first-place game. So big, it's our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
It's one of the best rivalries in Bay Area basketball, and it should be a good one as Oakland takes on Oakland Tech. Both of these teams within the past 2 years have each won a state title. For Oakland, be on the lookout for Rome Neal, the junior guard, is averaging 12 points per game. And for Oakland Tech, we cannot forget about the explosive Ardarius Grayson. The senior guard is averaging 18 points per game. It's Oakland and Oakland Tech in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. Beast Mode making a quick visit to his alma mater for this OAL showdown, and Oakland Tech got off to a fast start. Ardarius Grayson swings a pass over to Sadiq Allerbesh for a triple from way downtown. Oakland looks to respond going inside the paint, but Zandmeyer Plattner says no, sir. And then it would lead to another Sadiq 3 from this time the Southpaw buries it from the corner. All 9 of the juniors' points coming from three-point land. The Wildcats respond with a 3-ball of their own with Roman Waugh nailing the trifecta. Moments later, Dominique Trotter working his way to the basket. Yup, it's 15-10 Bulldogs after 1. Second quarter now. Grayson gets into a groove. You think he's going to pass? Nah, he'll pull up and bury the trifecta. Moments later, Grayson draws a little separation. Oh yeah, that's straight homie cash. 30-15 Bulldogs at the half. Third quarter now. Deshaun Armstrong going beast mode to the cup, right in front of beast mode for 2 of his 11 points. OT would answer on the other end. Grayson with a dime to Meyer Pletner inside for 2 of the seniors' 10 points. Back and forth we go. Armstrong finds Rome Neal for 3. You betcha. 7 points for Neal. 42-35 Tech after 3. And those Bulldogs would hang tough till the very end. Grayson is an explosive shooter, but man, he's a lights-out defender. Check out this block. Then Grayson's pass would get deflected in transition, but Meyer Pletner says no big deal. And to top it off, Grayson doing his thing, finding his look. Can't get it to go the first try, but he follows his own miss and lays it in. Head coach Kariga Hart picks up career win number 300, and our Darius Grayson played a big role in the hard-fought victory, leading the way with 14 points.
Just playing strong the whole time. Our coach wants us to play strong even through the fouls. So that's what he told us to preach to us the whole game, to play through the fouls, so that's what we did. Really just help side and trying to stay in front of my man. Coach challenged me to be a better defender this year, so that's what I'm trying to do, really.
In Oakland with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The Newark Memorial Cougars making the trip up 880 to take on James Logan. The Colts with a free kick in the 16th minute. Perla Sierra Geary sends a screamer to the back of the net as James Logan takes a 1-0 lead. But that lead would not last long. Lucy Lumbano with a beautiful ball to Omaya Cabrales, and the San Jose State-bound senior gets the equalizer for the Cougars. And well, that right there is how you celebrate a goal. It's all tied up at 1 at the half. The Cougars jump ahead in the second half. Lily Cespedes shoots it past the keeper. It's the sophomore's 3rd goal of the year, and it's 2-1 Newark Memorial Cougars. Logan looking to pull even later in the half, but Jaden Padilla's shot goes off the crossbar and out. Newark puts it away in the 76th minute. Lucy Lumbana gets the loose ball and fires a strike to the back of the net as the Cougars win it 3-1 to go to 6-1 in the Mission Valley League. Lucy Lumbana with a goal and an assist for the Cougars.
It was an historic season for the Menlo cross-country team.
The Knights meeting, Jake, at the Rikus Center to talk about it this week.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the boys cross-country team from Menlo. Make some noise! A wonderful season for these guys, starting off with a maestri and a Vossen. You guys made program history, winning your first ever state title as a team. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, like the moment we won it, that was probably one of my favorite moments of my life, probably. Like after winning the state title and hearing that we made NXN, we were all just like jubilant. And yeah, I mean, it was really a big moment for all of us and for our school to represent everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are the smallest school to ever compete in cross-country nationals. I'm with Landon Priory, who was the top finisher for Menlo in cross-country nationals. So what was it like being on the big stage competing at the national level?
It was pretty crazy. I know a lot of the top guys there, but seeing all of them in person, being on that line with the fastest 200 people in the country, and we had a good time out there. It wasn't too stressful because we were happy to be there, but we were also competing, and it was really fun. It was a good experience.
And I'm with Oliver Olbigson. And Oliver, you're a freshman, and with a team that has high expectations, competing at a really high level with this program that has done year after year after year. Just talk about what it was like being a freshman and just, stepping up for this squad when it was needed most.
It was a great experience being a freshman. It was definitely really crazy being at the national meet and being one of the youngest people there. I have these guys to look up to and use as mentors every day in training, so they really prepared me, and we were just so happy with all the training and the work we put in that led up to the national meet.
Congratulations, gentlemen, on an outstanding season. Take us out with a break.
Knights on me, Knights on 3. 1, 2, 3, Knights!
Coming up, the battle for the top spot in the Diablo League as Acalanes takes on Campolindo.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Basketball Poll. The big game for the girls in the Diablo League was played Friday night. The Acalanes girls are ranked 3rd in the Bay Area with an amazing 17-1 record. The Cal Poly-bound Dulce Vale leading the Dons.
Campolindo leads the league with a 6-0 league record and looking to knock off the Dons Friday night.
Campolindo and Acalanes open the show, so it's only fit they close it, this time at Campo. Chris Lockenlale jumps in front of the pass and fires ahead to Ariana Hallstorm. Ari works her way to the rim, lays it up and in. Acalanes out ahead, 7-0. Get this Acalanes team on a football field with the amount of interceptions they got tonight. Cal Poly commit Dulce Vale to Lockenlale, 13-2 Dons. More great D with this block on the long-range attempt, but Campo's Tori Gilbert grabs a loose ball and scores to make it a 9-point game. Still in the first, Captain Sophie Chin to Vale from downtown. Cash! 24-9 after one. Dons force another turnover. Lexi Leigh to Lockenlale with a layup finish to expand the Acalanes lead. Some pick and roll action. Hallstorm to Vale with another pair of points, make it 45-13 at half. Late in the third, Leigh to Chin from the wing. It takes one bounce, but count it, 69-18 after three. Natalie Frenchman directing traffic finds Sienna Fernandez. The freshman cuts inside, works through contact, count it, and one. As Acalanes moves into a tie for first place in the Diablo League, sitting at 6-0 alongside Clayton Valley.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award every week. This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Jayla Stokes from Bishop O'Dowd, the amazing basketball player sporting a great 4.1 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, the Harker community celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day with its second annual day of service as families, faculty, and staff dedicated their time to helping local organizations like Second Harvest Food Bank, the Humane Society, as well as cleaning up and beautifying local parks. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy play. This is a play in a game this week that made everyone happy.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the San Ramon Valley girls soccer team. Haley Tyack scoring from a long way out as the Wolves win it 1-0 in the dying minutes of the game, and they were very happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion play of the week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital. Use real-life situations like planning a budget for a weekend trip to teach practical budgeting skills. Digital banking apps often have tools that can help show progress towards savings goals and budgeting.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week award. It's a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Lots of discussion about it this week.
Yes, we had two top contenders early on in the week.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And great plays. Here's Adrian Soriano, who didn't necessarily get the final vote, with the Service by Medallion Play of the Week.
We started with Elliot Conley from San Ramon Valley with this alley-oop jam, but the play of the week this week is a tie. First, it's Riordan's Just Here Retcher with a 360 jam. Then it's Miles Pollard from Dublin with this full-court buzzer beater. Oh my goodness! Just Here Retcher, Miles Pollard, both of you just won the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to come back next week as we meet the McClymonds hoop star, a master at coding and being a rock for his mom as she battles breast cancer. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You'll also be able to see full game videos and vote for the players of the week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.